Okay. I don't really understand why you couldn't grow flour if you could manage to grow coffee in Newfoundland.
We could grow flowers, but we hadn't got time. We had too many other things to do to survive. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a matter of survival. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you had to eat, and the only way
He means flour like.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you're talking about the flour, the wheat.
Not the flowers.
The wheat. Oh yeah, you're talking about that. The weather in Newfoundland is not fit for. You would never grow wheat in Newfoundland. You know, never.
I'm amazed that you could grow coffee beans.
Well, he did it. It wasn't beans. It was just like a parsnip. Did you ever see a
It's
parsnip?
a chicory root, Jake. That's what it is.
I've
you ever see
seen
that?
parsnips before.
If you see parsnip, well, that's what they're identical to look at when they come out of the ground. You know, about that long. But this is why he did it. He must have got it out of a book. I never paid much attention to it. But he did it for 1 year. That was it. Well, I'll tell you, we used to drink it. He used to grind it right fine. You know, he had a little, a little thing. He had a little grinder, a little thing with a lot of holes punched in a little round gizmo, you know. And my mother used to grind we call it the parsnip, but it's not. It was a coffee, you know. And she grind and she filled the pan, you know. And then you get your cup of spoon, get your cup of coffee. But only 1 year. I don't know why. I never found out why he never grew it after, you know.
Yeah.
Must be some reason. I don't know. You know?
Or maybe he just did it the same reason you didn't. He probably just did it so he'd have less of his time consumed.
I think why he grew it, this is only what I think, is because tea was something he had to buy also, right? Along with butter and flour, you know, and sugar. I think the reason why he grew it, he figured if he could grow the coffee, we wouldn't have to buy tea. See?
Yeah.
Use coffee instead. But it worked for 1 year. People did, I mean, the family didn't like coffee that much anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why he gave it up. I never asked him, you know. I was about your age then. You're 13?
11.
11.
Frank's 13.
Huh?
Frank's 13.
Oh yeah, you're 11.
Yeah.
I was around your, I mean, you know, a couple of years probably in difference. No, not that much difference at that time, you know. But we were put to work real young. You know. I was working I was fishing in a dory when I was 15 in St. Chats. That's 15 miles from home, in a dory with my uncle, you know. And I used to be seasick. But we only got 80 kilos of fish for the summer. And that was, I think I ended up with $120 or something like that. And he just dropped everything and went away to the United States and never came back. Yeah, that was his last summer home. That was my mother's brother.
Okay. Were you ever drafted into the army?
No.
Okay.
But I was with, after, that was years after. I was 24 and I was in with them. I got a job with the American Air Force. That's when the times started to get good. When I'm trying to tell you about times when we were growing up, like your age, or a little couple of years up, how bad the times were then, you know.
Okay.
But we were never hungry. I don't remember ever being hungry. But now, we never had no steaks right, like that.
Yeah.
Unless we killed a cow, you know what I mean? You know, kill a cow.
Never hungry, but never full.
Well, never hungry, but there's another way of putting it. Never hungry, but you worked hard to keep from getting hungry. Anybody who didn't work hard at that time, growing everything, you know, would be hungry because there was no money. You know, the bit of money you get for the whole year, whatever you get out of the fishery. You know what I mean? Like you might get, say for example, forget about quintals, you might get say $150 for the whole year, you know, and you might get probably only $80, and your father might get probably a couple of $100. You know, he might get $250. Well, for a whole year, just something to think now. Now he had to have flour, he had to have butter, because we couldn't do nothing with that. We had to have that, and the sugar, and the tea. There were 4 things we had to have. You know?
Okay.
The rest of it, like vegetables, we grew everything. We grew everything. You know, turnips, carrots, that's Angus.
That's Angus. It was sheep metal workers, were you?
Yeah. So I went back to where I was labour down in the pit, you know, picking shovel, digging the trench. I went back to my buddy, Pat Carroll. I said, Pat, I said, I'm leaving. He said, what? I said, I'm quitting. He said, where are you going? I said, I'm going down to Pepper, where they hires fellas. He said, what are you going at? I said, he just came in with a bunch of fellas from over in St Mary's Bay. I said, he knows no more about sheet metal than I do, and I know nothing about it. He said, what are you going to say? I'm going to go down and tell him that I worked at aircraft. He said, what? I said, yes, I am. Try it out and see what'll happen. I said, you come out with me. So he went up to his father, was our foreman, labour foreman. He went up to him and he said, Father, I'm going with you. He said, okay, go on. Went down. This woman was there. Believe it or not, her name was Ruth Kennedy, a great big woman. And the big boss was somewhere up around a place called, that time it was called NEAC. You remember that, North Atlantic, you know, place for defence, you know. And he was up there. She said, what can you do? I said, sheet metal work. Where'd you work? I said, Montreal. She said, Montreal. I said, yes. How long were you there? I said, 2 years. Now, I was only 24 then. And she said, what happened? I said, I just couldn't get the language. I had it all made up in my head, see? Oh, okay, she said, they are an opening for a sheet metal man, but I'm not sure whether it's Goose Bay or Tor Bay. I said, I don't care. And she made a couple of phone calls, she come back. She said, the job is in Tor Bay. I said, okay. And I said, what about my buddy? Can you get him a job? What can he do? I said, he's a cook. I just taught him. You know, he was no more of a cook than I was. You know, he was only about 20, like I said, 23, 24. And I'd be darned. She said, I gave him a job. And she got him a job down on Pepperell. As a cook. Not a cook, but when they got him in there, they found out what he was, you know. And they put him in, but they never fired him. They put him in and trained him. And he became a cook, you know. So anyway, I went on. I got the phone call and I went down to Torbay. And he knew. You know, I was 400 men there in this big hangar, you know, aircraft. And this sergeant came over to me and he said, you sheet metal man? I said, yeah. He said, we're going to give you a test. I said, okay. I said to myself, I'm finished. You know, I said, I'm finished. This is as far as I'm going to get. And yeah, this Major McCluskey, he was a big fellow. He came, Captain Ballard, 2 bosses over the whole hangar, you know. First of all, Captain Ballard came over to me, he said, you are a sheet metal man. I said, yes, sir. He said, you're so young to be a sheet metal man. Anyway, he said, I'm going to give you a test. They threw a sheet of metal down on the floor and they gave me one of those air drills. You know, you often see a drill, but that time you weren't in planes, you're not allowed to use an electric drill. It had to be air driven by air. Now he said, he got a compass and he drew a circle around it like that. And he said, I want you to drill holes now right around it like that. I said, if you can do that, he said, well, no, you know something about sheet metal. So I got down on my hands, on my knees, and as soon as I pressed the trigger, the drill went all over the sheet, and I spoiled the sheet. That's true. I spoiled the sheet. He said, I give up. He said, how in the heck did you get as far as this? I said, I don't know. I want the job. He said, just a minute now. So then he phones up McCluskey, the big shot, you know. He comes down. Oh my God, what a size for a man. He said, what are you trying to prove here? I said, nothing, sir. He said, you're no more of a sheet metal man. He said, then he said, this fella down on the street. I said, okay. So I goes home, do I? He stopped. He said, you're pretty determined, aren't you? I said, yeah. He looked at, we had a sergeant in our sheet metal shop. His name was Sergeant Acker. He said, Acker, pointed his finger out. He said, take him, put him in the cellar. Now the cellar was a place We used to keep the Zeus fasters, dill nuts, rib nuts. I know them all now. Put them in there for 6 months. And if you don't know everything in there, the thousands of an inch and all that, lucky I had enough of education to know that, you know. And if you don't know it, fire them after 6 months. He went upstairs. I saw it like I got 6 months anyway. So I got in, oh boy, I've done some every night. I used to bring home this big old TO, take our book, you know, and study. I wanted, after 3 months, they said, they took me out of it. I used to have to go into this little cellar. Well, the cellar was for holding all these different parts, you know. So I can, I'm not going to be telling you Zeus faster, dill nuts, rib nuts, I'm not going to be telling you that. 5/32, 10/32, and the aluminum was roughly 24,000 an each. That's all on an aircraft when you're flying, even today. It was only 24,000 an each, that's how thick it is, you know. And anyway, I picked it all up, I learned it all, you know. Anyway, after 3 months, he said, I'm going to give you a try. He said, you're so determined. And I said, I know all them rivets, all them machines. Okay. So that was it. That was it. And there's the picture of some after, you know, years after. I was there for years then. I ended up foreman of the shop. Would you credit that? After 3 years working with him.
You must have been very determined.
I was determined, yes, right determined. And that's why there's only me there, look, and the rest of them are all Americans, look. See that fella there in the corner? That was me, look. The little fella there, look.
Right.
That was me. Now I was 23 then. 24. Yeah. Ah, how's that feel? Then I met Anne. She was a nurse. I married her.
And how did you meet Anne?
Oh.
That's a nice story, Jacob.
That's funny. That was really funny. I came home one evening and I was out getting a phone call. I was in a boarding house then. And I was out dropping in having a few beers, you know, coming in home. And when I come home, Anne Power, the one I stayed with, she said, you got a phone call from the nurse in residence up in St. Clair. She said, your sister's not very well. I said, which one is it? Mary and Anne, two of them were there then. You know, they're your grandmother, right? And she said, there's Anne. I said, very good. So I phoned, and this girl answered the phone. She said, hello, what can I do for you? I said, Anne Kennedy. She said, yeah, I know her. I said, how was her mum? Or, I don't know. She had measles. I asked, I don't know why I said it, but how was her freckles? I don't know how I come to say it, but I had a few beers, I wouldn't have done it, you know. And she said, she's not bad. And she went in and said to your grandmother, she said, or went in to Anne, one of them, said, there's a fella on the phone. I think he's crazy. You know? He said, asking at your freckles instead of your measles, you know. So anyway, that's how I found to meet her. Next time I went to St. Clair, down to where they used to keep the girls. He introduced me to Anne. And I said, I'm the foolish fella. That was it. Went together for 2.5 years, then we got married.
And you know, she looked just like Cushy.
Huh?
She looks just like Cushy.
Who?
Anne.
Anne
When Anne was little, she looked
yeah.
just like Cushy.
Yeah. You mean my wife?
Your wife looks like Cushy. Looks like your wife.
Looks
like her mother.
Yeah, looks like her mother. And my wife was right small and skinny, you know. There's a picture of her there, you know, she's there. And she was only a skinny woman, you know. But we had a hard time after. Got the base closed down.
Lost her job.
And the job was gone. And guess what I went after? Went on the road selling sewing machines and vacuum cleaners. Tore the door here and down. Had to do something. That time nurses didn't work. My wife was a nurse, and you know, she was a nurse. But see, she had small children. She couldn't work, so I had to work. And I had a bit of money saved up from down at the base. I had spent it all on rent. You know, yeah, that's the way it worked out. And then when that run out, I went to Trepassey and built a garage. I spent 30 years in it.
And he owned fish and chips shop? And I eat fish and chips out of it?
Yeah, I also had a fish and chip shop. And,
I like fish and chips.
yeah, but I'll tell you what happened. used to be in there and they used to eat and never pay. So I closed it down. You know. Your grandmother, that'd be his grandmother, my woman. No,
No.
no.
Your great aunt Anne.
Your great aunt Anne was so kind hearted. When the kids would come in, she used to hear you, take a plate of chips. Here, take a plate of chips. But always the fellow was paying the bills. See? Well, she, yeah, because the reason why you forget it.